Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Commerce Chronicles. This is Sonali Kwalekar. In today's class, we will study about the basic accounting concept. So let's get started. So the first concept which we'll study is about business entity concept. This concept states that the business entity is always separate from its owner. We'll study it with an example. This is the owner. He has invested money, which is called as capital, invested money and started a pharmacy shop. And from that, and this pharmacy shop is called as a business entity. So whatever amount the owner has invested in the business entity, from that amount, the business entity will purchase goods or sell or make payment, and whatever profit or loss which you have earned from this shop, he will transfer it back to the owner. The capital and the profit and loss account. The capital and the profit and loss account is a liability to the business entity. Why? Because he has to pay back the amount which was invested by the owner. So he has to pay back the capital and profit and loss account amount to the owner. So whatever financial statement will be prepared, it will be prepared in the name of the business entity. So the second concept is about going concern concept. This concept states that the business shall continue for a foreseeable period, which means that whenever you prepare a financial statement of a company, you have to assume that the company will continue for a longer period. Thinking such thing in the mind that the company will continue for a longer period, you have to prepare the financial statement. So the third concept is about consistency concept, which means that similar accounting policy to be followed every year. For example, from the start of your business, whatever method you have followed for recording the transaction of your business, you have to follow the same method every year. Suppose you are making any changes, then at the end you have to disclose it. Why this concept is studied? Because if you follow this concept, it is very easy to compare your performance from the past if the same consistency method is followed. So the fourth concept is accrual concept, which states that record the transaction when it has been entered into and not when settlement take place. For example, in my class there are 50 students and they asked me to purchase 50 accountancy books for them. So in the next class I will sell those 50 accountancy books which I have purchased for the students, and some students will pay me the money and some will say they will bring it tomorrow. So what I have to do is that when I sell those books to the students, at that time only I have to make entry in the accounting book. I have to not wait till I make the settlement of payment with the student. So that is called as an accrual concept. Fifth concept is money measurement concept, which states that only those transactions are recorded which are in terms of money. So whatever transaction is done in terms of rupees will be recorded. For example, suppose in a company there was a hardworking employee who had a better skill and experienced skill, and all of a sudden he resigned from that company or from that business. So it will be a great loss to that business, right? But those things will not be recorded in the accounting book. This concept states that whatever transaction is done in terms of money will be recorded. So the sixth concept is matching concept. So we'll understand this with an example. Suppose you have purchased 10 books at rupees 100. So your total amount was 1000 and sold 5 books at rupees 150. Your total selling price was 750. So this concept states that when you deduct purchasing price from the selling price, the remaining amount which you get is not a profit. It is not a profit. Profit is what? When the selling price of that book was rupees 750 and from that you deduct your cost price of that book, that is rupees 500. Means how much you have spent for producing that book or manufacturing that book, whatever cost you have incurred, that amount when you minus the remaining amount, that is 250, this will be your profit. So when you study this concept, you will understand how to calculate the profit and you will get to know the exact profit of the business. So the seventh concept is dual accept concept, which means that every transaction impacts the business in two ways, which must be equal and opposite. Suppose, for example, I have purchased this marker for my business and have paid cash. So what happens here is that the marker, that is an asset, will come into the business and cash will go out of the business. So there are two transactions taking place. One is the marker coming into the business and the other one is cash going out of the business. So this concept states that when you prepare a financial statement, you have to record both the transaction. You cannot record only one transaction. So this concept, dual aspect concept, is very important in the accounting, because the whole accounting system is based on this concept. So the last concept of accounting is the cost concept or historical cost concept. It means that record the transaction at cost in the books of account. Suppose, for example, I have purchased a mobile for rupees 50,000 and in the next 2 years I plan of selling that mobile. So you won't be able to sell that mobile at the same price, right? The value might reduce to rupees 30,000. You won't be able to sell the mobile at the same price which you have purchased. So it says that when you record a transaction at cost in the books of account, the amount which you had recorded in the first year, that was 50,000, it won't be same for the next year. Like suppose this 50,000 you had recorded in the year 2023, in 2024 the value might reduce to rupees 40,000. But suppose if someone asks me what was the price of the mobile when I had purchased it, we can say that it was 50,000. So has cost signifies the historic or past. It is known as historical cost concept or cost concept. That's all for today's class. I hope you found it helpful and are excited to learn more. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any session. Thank you for watching. Stay focused and keep learning. See you in the next class.